I think it's time for a new pedal board. So instead of doing a cover, I thought I would start showing what my new pedal board is going to look like. I'm going to show you what my old one looks like with the current pedals I have on, and then I'm going to show you the new one with the pedals I'm going to put on it. It's a new one. So there is nothing wrong with my pedal board that I've been using for about 5 years now. It's just at the moment it's too bulky. It takes up too much space on the stage, so I want something much smaller for now, and this will help out a lot, hopefully. As I mentioned, there's nothing wrong with this board. I just want something a little smaller while I'm playing on stage. So for now, I am going to stop using this until I know when the right time is to use it again. It's got some really cool features, I will say that though. So I do have the SKB case. I do have the SKB case, model PS45. Some of the cool features are on here is I am able to plug some stuff, 3 things up to here, plug all the pedals in here, and also I never used this, so I just taped it up instead, but I can also plug in some pedals right in here too. So these are all the pedals that I literally used on this, and you know what? I don't use all of them, honestly. The ones I use the most are my wireless, my tuner, my volume, my wah, my distortion, my equalizer, and my noise suppressor. So I think we're just going to keep those and get rid of the others. So here we go. These are the 5 pedals I am deciding no longer to use. Nothing wrong with them. As I said before, I just don't use them that much, and what's the point of putting a pedal that you don't use on a pedal board? So, for now, I'm ditching these. I'm not selling them because I never know when I'm going to need them in the future. However, I am keeping these pedals on because I do use these the most, as I have said before. So it's now time to open up the lovely pedal board that I have. So I'm actually going to be completely honest, when I got this, I didn't want to wait to do an unboxing video. I was just too damn excited. So I decided to honestly open it up, put the velcro on, and well, you'll see in a little bit. So those who are wondering what kind of board I got the Classic Junior travel case. And a good way to know that is it comes with this. What I have to power all my pedals up is the Voodoo Lab Pedal Power 2 Plus. And what's nice about it is I am able to change how many volts I need depending on what power I have, because not all pedals require 9 volts of power, but luckily for me, all mine are 9 volts. What I am doing when it comes to my cables and all that to make sure it is completely clutter free, I have added some mounting pads to lock them in place with the zip ties. So it's definitely going to be all clean when it's all done. Let's get started with putting these pedals on, shall we? Now, even though I did get rid of a lot of my pedals, I did need one more pedal that I've been desiring for quite a while. So I did get the Boss CE20 Chorus Ensemble, and hopefully this does the job that I need. Here we go. Okay, so the board actually looks kind of nice. There is one slight issue, not really that big, but I can deal with it. This is how I'm going to have my board look like. Now, none of the cables are on here, so I don't know how much extra space I'm gonna need. But what sucks is that my Line 6 G30 is slightly over the board. So that probably means when I put it in the case, I'm gonna have to take it off and put it underneath it so it doesn't, so it's not broken, because it is plastic, not metal like the other one. So don't correct me if I'm wrong on that. So I could put it at the bottom of the pedal board, but I do look at the wireless to make sure I have a good connection and how much battery life I have left. So it is gonna stay on top. Also, my noise suppressor, my equalizer are too level with my chorus ensemble. I got something that can actually solve that. A booster good enough to fit 2 pedals on there. Here, you can either Velcro this on or you can nail this in. I prefer Velcroing it, because if the time comes for me to ever have to rearrange my pedals and move this, I want to make sure I can just do it cleanly and not have to take out the screws and then re-screw it back in. So there we go. Cables are on. Now it's time to plug in these pedals for the power, and hopefully this all works according to my calculations. It should. Cables are officially put on, and I really like how clean everything looks on top. I actually prefer a clean pedal board, not a dirty one. What's nice about my booster, it has a hole right in here, so I was able to put feed the cords right into there. So now it's much cleaner. Now I don't have to have them behind here. Now let's see the bottom, see how bad this is gonna be. Overall, not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so I guess now it's time to zip tie everything up and make it look 100% more cleaner. Here's a little tip. When you have something like this, a little good idea would probably be to label all your pedals and what cords plug into them, just to make everything much easier on everybody. Another good idea would be to get some zip ties and zip tie your wah pedal if you have a wah pedal. The reason being is because pedals do move, so making sure this has a little bit more security around it, it just makes everything so much easier on you. Yo, shout out at my dad. He got me so many of these freaking things. I am set right now. Officially done. I zip tied everything. It looks so much cleaner. Might look wacky, but it is clean. So those of you wondering how the chain goes, I'm going to show you. Starts with my wireless G30. Next is my tuner. 2 times it goes into this, the output and the bypass. So I am able to keep this on, put this down in tune at the same time. After that, from my volume pedal, my wah pedal, to my distortion pedal to my chorus pedal, my chorus into my equalizer into noise suppressor, and my noise suppressor out to my amp. Now that it is all ready, it's time to play it. So overall, I am extremely happy how this turned out. It sounds really good. Can't wait to do some shows with this thing. Overall, I am extremely satisfied on how everything turned out. It sounds really good. One last thing we gotta do. See what this looks like in the case now. I do have one little issue. That issue being that on the sides, because I do have two, actually I technically have 3, but because I have 2 pedals that have wider ends for the cables, I do have to unplug those. Maybe I'll invest more into these, this way that problem doesn't have to happen all the time. But overall, it looks like my pedals will be protected. There we go. That's my new board. Hope you guys enjoyed it.